So yeah, it's 4:50 a.m. on the 11th of October. I'm still awake, really tired. My head hurts, but I'm still awake. Well, I've been in a pretty depressed slump, and then doesn't help that my entire family freaking hates the shit out of me. Up to and including my twig of a younger sister, who is only like an inch or two taller than me, but skinny as a freaking stick for starters, disgusting as shit for next, decided to threaten me. Started out with my mother was bitching at me for not doing anything and sitting on my ass on the computer all day. And I'm sorry, I'm not the one playing Cafe World or Bubble Safari or Castleville, Farmville all damn day. Like, literally all damn day. That's all they do. And the only reason they ever get up is because they have to. Not because they want to, because they have to. And let's see. I'm not quite sure what really spurred the conversation yesterday, but it ended up turning into my mother had actually gotten off her ass and was cleaning the living room. All fine and dandy. And she started bitching at me for not doing anything, blah, 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 blah. I simply said that when it comes to you and your cleaning, you never let anybody else do it. She has this weird quirk. She bitches at everyone for not doing shit, yet when she does something, she won't let anybody else do it. It has to be her doing it, and it has to be done her way, or it's not done at all. And there's this freaking hair on my microphone that's bugging the crap out of me. But and I sat there and I said, I'm sorry, I'm not the one sitting on my ass on the computer all day. And after spending a lot of time getting muddy, cold, wet, and being the only one who cleared not only 12-foot tall blackberry bushes 25 feet back, 6 feet in about width, roughly about 5 or 6 feet. So it was like 5 or 6 feet this way, 25 feet this way, and 12 feet this way. And then I spent 2 days digging a trench to find a leaking pipe in the backyard. Found the leak, everything like that. I did it all by myself. I fixed the pipe all by myself. The only thing my mother did was hand me the freaking pieces and buy the parts. That was it. I did all the labor. And after that, I was just thinking to myself, I'm really fucking tired of being the only one doing every goddamn thing in the house. I'm tired of it. I'm just fucking exhausted beyond. I can't even explain it. But it got to the point where she was bitching at me for not doing anything. I said, I'm sorry, I'm not the one sitting on my computer all day playing Facebook applications. Well, that got a burr up her butt. She made some sort of comment, and I said, well, I'm just doing what you guys do. I'm sitting on the computer all day. I've been playing Second Life for like almost 2 weeks straight. I mean, I've attempted to do some homework, and then I actually got sick from working on that pipe. I got sick. And I'm still having sinus issues from it. But I sat there and I said, I'm just doing what you guys do. I'm sitting on the computer all day. And the funny thing is, both my sister and my mother were sitting on their asses on the computer at the start of this argument. So my mom closes the laptop almost harshly and almost looks like she's going to freaking throw it. She stomps her ass into the kitchen, pulls the drain out of the sink, and then starts throwing dishes, like throwing them. We're not talking dropping or tossing or placing. We're talking downright throwing. Broke a bowl, broke a plate, I think broke a glass, possibly another plate. I'm not sure how many plates were broken in that mess. There's still glass and ceramic shards all over the carpet, for starters. And in the process of my mother throwing all of the dishes around, my sister turns in her chair, tells me to get the fuck out, or she was going to beat the shit out of me. First of all, she can't even budge me. If she can't lift her own weight of like 120 something pounds, there's no way she's going to be moving my 230-pound ass. Ain't no way in hell that's happening. And, you know, I got really pissed at that point because nobody threatens me. No one threatens me and gets away with it. I don't care who they are and how they're related to me. Friend, family, foe, I don't care. You threaten me and your ass is grass. So that went to hell in a handbasket. But the other part of it is that was very uncharacteristic of her. My sister is usually a wimpy pacifist. In fact, anytime arguments happen, she starts bawling out a freaking storm, begging for us to stop arguing and yelling and blah, 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 blah. And the funny thing is despite the fact that my mother was throwing dishes all over the place and I was being the one calling them on all their shit, my sister was the only one who threatened any sort of violence or made any sort of aggressive moves, physically, mentally, or verbally, toward anybody. My mom and I were not technically at each other's throats. We made no threats to each other. We made no movements towards one another. Sure, we were pretty pissed off at each other, but violence was not brought into it until my sister actually made that comment. So, yeah. But I'm just fucking tired of it. And on top of everything else, my first class of my second year of college is off to a really bad start. Got my first week done perfectly. Second week, I got sick. I managed to do the quiz. I only missed 2 questions on the quiz. I didn't get the assignment in. I didn't get the participation for both the first and second, well, the first assignment. Third week's total bust. Nothing done. And I can't get the programs to work. My Vital Source bookshelf, which is my online class digital library that I can actually refer to if I happen to lose the internet. I still can access my textbooks via the Vital Source bookshelf. That's not working, so I'm having to use a physical, actual textbook that my sister gave me for the class. I have no scientific calculator. I don't have any money. And to boot, there's a program in the class called EasyGraph. And it's literally called EZ Graph. Totally not easy at all. Despite the tutorial, still doesn't work right. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, F this shit. And now I really just don't care about anything. Half the time, I'm wasting people's money, I'm wasting people's time, and I'm wasting my own time that I really don't even need. For all I care, freaking end of the world could happen tomorrow and I wouldn't give a shit. I just don't care. I'm tired. I'm just really, really, really tired. Exhausted. I can't sleep well. I'm hardly eating. I mean, there's been 2 days where I haven't eaten a damn thing. And today, the only thing I've had is a little bit of pizza and a couple of spoonfuls of peanut butter. That's all I've had today. Well, aside from water. Ah, my shoulder. Damn. But my carpal tunnel is getting worse to the point where literally my hands are numb. It's usually my thumb, my index finger, and half the time my middle finger. And I'm always having to constantly pop my wrists. Even when I sleep, I have to wake up to pop my wrists in order to be able to get sensation back into my hand. But I mean, it's so bad that I can't drive. Two-handed anyway. I can still drive, but I have to alternate or just use my left hand, because even though my left hand feels worse, for some odd reason my right hand's the worst one. So I drive with my left hand. I can't do a lot with heavy objects because it tweaks my wrist out. And it's getting to the point where I literally can't even sleep without braces on my wrists. In fact, I need to find those. I know where my right hand one is, but I forgot where I put down my left one. But, you know, despite the severity of my Raynaud's syndrome, despite the severity of my carpal tunnel, despite the severity of my big breasts causing me severe back pain to the point where I am literally prescribed Vicodin almost constantly. I don't take it constantly. In fact, I should have had a refill about like 2 months ago, and I still have like half a pill bottle. I only take it when I absolutely need it because I honestly hate taking pills. But simple fixes, I mean, breast reduction surgery, carpal tunnel surgery, I would be in good shape. But no, the state's got to say it's not severe enough. Well, I think the fact that it impedes my daily life is severe enough. Hello, I haven't had a job since it's October now, 3 years. And I haven't been able to land a job, first off, because there's nothing fucking around here. I would have to sell off all of my possessions to move, to be able to afford to move. And I really don't like that idea. I don't want to have to sell my possessions. As it is, I can't even sell 2 of my best collection figures. I have a Chobits Chi figurine that's still plastic wrapped. It's still factory sealed. Doesn't sell. I have a limited edition laser cell for Castlevania Judgment. That won't sell. I don't even need the fucking things. I could at least make, 70, $80 off of these things. They're collector's items. So, but I feel like the whole fucking world is against me. I'm 26 years old. I'm not doing anything with my life. I just feel worthless. I'm just a waste of space and a waste of air. I don't give a shit anymore, I just really don't give a shit. I'm tired of all the bitching. I'm tired of people nagging and bitching that I don't do anything, and yet when I actually do something, I don't do it right. I'm fucking just so fucking goddamn tired of it. I honestly don't want to be alive. I don't. I have an abusive alcoholic for a father. I have hoarders for a sister and a mother that are still depressed over my stepfather's death. They use excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse to keep themselves stagnant in a house that's literally falling apart around their feet. We need like $6,000 to $10,000 just to replace the roof that the crows love to freaking peck at. I mean, we have these like wooden shingle things for our roof that are molding. They need to be replaced. There's moss growing on it. We've got earthworms up there somehow. I don't know how the earthworms make it from the ground to the roof. I will not question that logic. But we need water chemicals in our water filtration system. We need the roof replaced. We need half of our damn windows replaced. Our house is literally falling off the foundation. It has dropped 7-8 inches since we moved in. My sister's room, which is on the other side, there's a big freaking gaping crack like this running up along the corner of the wall and then spreads along the edge of the ceiling where the wall meets the ceiling. So I mean, literally, the foundation is falling apart, and the other sign that the foundation is falling apart is the fact that this is a manufactured home, so it's like those 2-trailer homes, you know, they're pretty much stapled together. Well, they're coming apart, and there's a big gap, probably about yay big, where the 2 pieces of the house meet. That is running all the way along through the floor. I'm surprised it's not doing it through the roof. But literally, this house is falling apart. I'm mentally at my limit. I have almost no sanity left. I'm really, really tired. I don't feel like doing school anymore. I don't feel like socializing. I don't feel like doing shit. Obviously, I can't even sleep. It's now past 5 a.m. Oh, 17-minute video. I'm gonna call it a video. Whatever.